So I guess this is the part where I do the introduction. What's up, guys? Welcome to the weekly hustle here at Adapt and Social. We are still feeling the vibes from the Adapt and Grow Agents event. It was insane. We have a lot of great people. We are doing our master class now, which is going to take place right here. Danny, if you want to show this real quick, in our office, in our conference room. It's going to be dope AF. Danny's not getting into shit. But so listen, it's a good week. It's a big week. We have our interns here. We have some in the background right here that you can probably see. But one thing that we do here is we focus on our internships are not for people just to be, like a bitch and get coffee and do stupid stuff like that. We have them learning, we have them engulfing with what we do so that they can take what they're doing to the next level. Because a lot of times in school, they learn concept, but they don't learn the execution on things like Google ads or Facebook ads or SEO or anything like that. So when they're here, we're teaching them all that stuff. But one thing we always tell every intern that walks through that door, you will see. My man Danny got some insane footage of us in my office going through my spiel that I tell every intern. But listen, at the end of the day, next vlog, you're gonna see me speaking at my old high school, which is gonna be pretty dope. But you're gonna see a little bit about this week, see us, we were making moves in the city this week. We were making moves here. We just got off Adapt and Grow. We're setting up our whole master classes coming up. So we're excited. We're making moves. Just stay tuned, and we appreciate you for watching. But the biggest thing for you guys is understanding that wherever you want to be or going, or if it's here or anywhere else, take that shit so seriously. Because you being happy with where you work is so important. It's your day. 80% of your life is work. You're a baby, then you're a kid, then you go to high school, you start working, and then eventually you don't ever stop working until maybe you're lucky enough to retire. And the story I like to give to people is that my uncle, he was the vice president of Prudential Bank, which is a global bank. He was a Harvard graduate, fucking awesome guy, and he's still around. I think he was dead there for a second. He's a great guy. But long story short, though, he told me about his one buddy that he worked with, and he said, my one friend, literally no joke, John, said to me all the time, I cannot wait to retire, I can't wait to retire, I can't wait to retire. And the dude hated what he did, but he was making money, and eventually, when he retired, he was 65 or whatever. He died at 66. And so he lived his whole life I can't wait to get out of this place and to just fucking retire and live my life. So there's a big lesson in that you guys should take away, and it's that, listen, money is one thing. Happiness is one thing. Where you are gonna work and the culture and the people you work next to is one thing. But you need to factor these things in because obviously that's what's gonna create 80% of your life. Where you work, you spend more time. Listen, my wife, I'm fucking married, okay? We're I'm married. Where I see the people here more than I see my wife, on some real shit. And at our age, this whole world we live in now too, we have emails on our phones, so we're always fucking plugged in. Right? It's very different from our parents' generation. They came home after work, even if they were pissed off at the day, it was they were talking about it, but they weren't checking emails still like we do. So it's it's a different world. So the only thing I want to say to you guys, I think it's super important, is number one, get the most out of this experience you can. We are fucking hustlers here. We get after it. And we know so much about the digital marketing world, sales, marketing, videography, there's people behind me. But I want you to take as much as you can out of it. And one thing I also want to end with too is that too many people think nothing is beneath you guys, okay? When I started to do this, and besides the guy who gave me that shot at $500 website, I was doing shit for free for almost a full year. A lot of times I meet people and it's you don't want to put the time in to build your portfolio or your work and go do it for people. You just want to get paid because you think that you went to college and I should get paid now. That's not how the fucking world works. You have to build your experience. The one thing I tell people, and I even have people get offended by this, but I don't give a fuck. It's at the end of the day, when people come to interview, I'm the last segment of the interview now. So I have my whole hiring team, they interview the people, it comes down to me. I don't care about a resume. I don't. I care about who the person is. I care about the integrity you have. I care about the passion you have, and I care about the fact that you are going to either hustle here or you're not. And when people come to me, I've hired people who had zero college, but like they had like 2 years of fucking. Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Oh, bad example. You didn't go to college for video though.
No, graphic design.
So he went to college for graphic design, and like if you go like on our portfolio page on our website, you'll see shit that he does. But he did this on the side. But I have people literally that have applied here, have had amazing work, and I'm like, I'll go with that person because that's awesome. They can do it. They've been doing it. So the only thing I want to say is a lot of people, nothing is beneath you. If you do free shit in the beginning, like and build your portfolio, build your name out there, like that's gonna help you advance so much into getting where you want to be in a career, as opposed to just saying like, hey, I went to school. Like that's a great part, but build yourself a portfolio. So like if you want to be the best social media person, go to a pizzeria, go to a real estate agent, go to a bunch of people and tell them, hey, I'll do this for free for you for 6 months. Let me just build some content for you. You have experience then, stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I'll end off with this. We're here for you guys. We're super excited to meet you guys, have you guys in the Adapting Social ecosystem. But again, this time is what you make of it. So fucking hustle, ask us questions, do everything you need to do to advance in this field. But this is very, like marketing, who here went to school for marketing? It's super different than like college marketing, right? Because like in college, they teach you about Google AdWords. Oh, they did? And implementation stuff?
Not implementation.
Okay, but so like what it is and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like that's what people are doing for marketing now. Like Google Ads, search engine optimization, Facebook, Instagram ads. One thing here too, actually, this is what I'll end off with, is that, so I like to share this story only because it's a part of how we focus on psychology here now with marketing. So growing up, I had extreme and severe anxiety disorder. Okay, and I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's like the fear of having like a panic attack. Okay, when I was younger, apparently my mom used to have it too. So like growing up, I've always had that type of shit, right? But I didn't believe in taking medication only because I didn't want to rely on anything. So it doesn't mean that it's wrong or it's not right. But for me, I wanted to figure it out myself, and so I realized how powerful my mind was when it wasn't fucking working for me. And I was like, shit, like your thoughts become your reality. If I'm thinking like, oh shit, like I'm gonna have a panic. Has anybody here ever had anything like that before? Okay, the whole fucking room, right? So we're like, fuck. Like everybody knows that shit sucks. It's like end of the world type shit, right? We're like, I'm gonna die. So yeah, so I used to have that shit all the time. Like, damn, if my mind is this strong in opposition of like my benefit, then what would it be like if I had like a powerful mindset? And so the biggest thing that I changed was that I understood that, wow, psychology is important, but there's something that's really important for you guys to understand if you're gonna be in marketing, media, anything, and even just like relations with people, because people and communication is everything in the world. It's the fact that your subconscious mind runs your fucking life. And what that means is right now, all of our hearts are beating and we're breathing, and we're not saying, hey, breathe, 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 breathe. Oh fuck, I forgot, breathe. It's like, it's just happening, right? And that's because our subconscious is running the show, right? Consciously, we have very minimal access to what we can consciously do, right? We can react and we can think about a few things, but so my point though is that in the marketing world, when you're looking at what consumers are doing, they only can consciously think of two major things. One is the price. If you're looking for a pair of shoes, you're looking for price, right? You're looking for who's the brand, what's the information, right? So price and information is always the two things that consumers are always looking for, right? But there's validations of credibility that play to the subconscious, and your subconscious mind is here to protect you. So when you're looking at certain things, buyer's remorse is like understanding like validation's too late. It's like, fuck. But the biggest thing with subconscious validations of credibility is we focus them on 4. And these are fucking 4 ones that if you take here, anywhere, that will help you tremendously in marketing. So the first one is the face behind the brand. So people don't care anymore just about brands or logos. They want to know who are the people building it. Like what's the story, right? Like part of how we've expanded into 15 countries around the world is because I put videos of myself out there. That talk about how I built the company, why I built the company, what my mission is, my purpose, some of the team. When they see that and they don't just see like a website, it changed the game. You know what I mean? You're making it personal. So first is always the face behind the brand in any marketing. that validates credibility right there to the subconscious mind. Anytime you meet somebody for the first time, they're always left-brained. Does anybody here know what left-brained is? Exactly, yes, awesome. So left side of your brain is skeptical and analytical. When you meet new people for the first time, left brain, always, no matter what, doesn't matter. And then once you start to get to know them a little bit, then you start to go to the right side of your brain, right? Like right now, I'm probably in the middle for you guys. Like, who the fuck is this guy? But so right brain is like, I trust this person, this guy is awesome. And so in our marketing and validating subconscious credibility, that's what we're trying to do. Like a speedometer, we're trying to get them to the right side, digitally. So they never talked to me on the phone yet, but now they saw the video of me, I'm validating the face behind the brand. The second is the validation of accreditation. I call this the trophy room, right? This is where, on our website, if anybody's been there, which I hope you have, that's where you see that bar where it says Huffington Post, BuzzFeed, Asbury Park Press. In New York, we won 33 under 33, which was for top development and social media in the city. And so, like, when you see that type of shit, and you don't know who I am, your subconscious says, I've seen BuzzFeed before. It's clinging to things that are relevant, okay? If I see something that's relevant, I'm like, okay, that's cool. So the third is your X factor. That's what makes you different and unique in your marketplace, okay? So one thing about us that's very different is that like most marketing agencies, especially locally, like in a New Jersey-based level, like New York is very different and the metro area is very different, but we're one of the primary agencies that we don't outsource. Everything that we do, we give you a dedicated team, and like you're working with these people. They're in America. They're not in India. They're not in the Philippines. They're right here. And we give you the full team. So you have a marketing person. You're doing fucking media, graphics, the whole thing, and it's all in the country. So understanding what separates you from the market is massive. And the last but not least, and who here has ever seen on a website a little picture bubble with a little written testimonial on a website about a company or brand or whatever, right? Like in this day and age, people don't validate that. It's dog shit, okay? Who looks at that? Everybody thinks now like that's the business owner made that. That's a stock fucking photo. Like it's not real. So the last one is video testimonial. If you see video testimonial of a fucking client being like, I love John, I love Adapting Social, everything's awesome, they're great people, they help me grow my business. To your subconscious, that changes the game. My subconscious is not clinging on to written words in a little bubble picture. It doesn't happen that way. So anything you guys do here or outside of here, make sure that you're validating that credibility because that's what makes change and impact.
3 days later.
Guys, I'm here right now at Brick Memorial High School. This is where I went to freaking high school here. And one of my teachers asked me to come back to speak to the senior class. So I'm insanely humbled and excited. So we're gonna go drop some knowledge, talk to them about what they can do to take themselves to the next level because these kids are now gonna be graduating and moving into either college or going into the real world. Let's go hit them with that dose of freaking reality. I found like Tony Robbins and a lot of these other entrepreneurs, and every morning, one thing that I want to give you guys, if there's a few golden nuggets that I give away to you guys, this is definitely one of them, and it's prime your brain every morning. I wake up every single morning for the past almost decade at this point at 4 a.m. Ain't easy. But at this point, I wake up every morning and I like to get myself into a state where I know, no matter what, that some shit is going to happen today, right? Like, the only time we get emotional is when things happen and we didn't expect them. If you walk in and somebody starts yelling at you, freaking out on you, or somebody breaks up with you, you don't expect it, right? Like, that's fucking shit. But if you prime yourself every day and you understand that this is life, shit's going to happen, you're gonna be set up for success. So one thing that I started to do was every morning I wake up and I say what I'm grateful for. Every morning, 3 things. I wake up with gratitude every morning, right? I'm grateful for 3 things. 3 things that I want, that I know that I want. And then I just get super, super hyped, right? So for example, at the time when I first started, my dream was to have like a team of like 5 people, to have like 20 clients that were paying me every month, and every day I said to myself. And so going back now, I have right under 70 people that work for me. I have an office in the most prestigious place on fucking planet Earth in Wall Street. I have an office in Soho. I have famous clients, and I'm in 15 countries. And there is nothing that I cannot do. And having that mindset, when I sat in these seats, actually I've never been in this classroom before, I don't know where they are. But when I was in this building though, I didn't believe that at all. But if I could go back, if I had the mindset that I have right at this moment right now, I would be, first off, I'd be a billionaire already. But I would be way more successful than I am right now. And like that's the one thing that like I really want to push over to you guys today is that your mindset is everything. Your whole life plays out in your head. And the problem is with most people is that we let the outside world affect us internally too much. Too much. Funny enough, I did not graduate college today. I'm back at Brick Memorial, the high school that I went to, which is fucking insane to be here and speak to students, but it was awesome. But didn't go to college, but I'm a teacher of the year, baby. Let's go.